So it appears that all of our comments about how Elon Musk is really the one running the show are deeply threatening to Donald Trump's ego. And you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Real Villains of DC, Love is Blind, and Psychotic, Messy Republicans edition. These are the days of our lives. As I left you, these two hooligans managed to kill an initial version of the bipartisan budget spending bill that was going to prevent the government from shutting down entirely. Because, what do they care about that? Because the bulk of the criticism from the bipartisan spending bill came from Elon Musk's tweet storm. And then suddenly Republicans shied away from it. It appeared that Elon Musk was the one that was calling the shots on this, not the president. And obviously the internet noticed. And not just the internet, but the Democrats too. And so they began tweeting, posting all of these memes and references to President Musk, and Donald Trump hated it. He knew this was going to happen. How long was it going to be that his fragile ego could handle the fact that not only does this man have infinitely more wealth than he does, he also has everyone's attention because he owns a whole social media platform that everybody's still apparently paying attention to? We need to rectify that. This man does not share the spotlight well. And neither does this man. So how long did we think that this relationship was really going to last? The Trump team made an official announcement, a very official and public announcement, that it was Donald Trump's idea to squash the bipartisan spending bill, and Elon Musk was just acting at his behest. Period. Full stop. All punctuation aside, ma'am, if you have to tell people that your guy is running the show, he's not, and he never was. And since we have been stuck in the mire of doom and gloom, now is a good time to look on the bright side and talk about the challenges that Donald Trump will face and is already facing. This man ran on a platform, a singular platform, the first time around, and that was, I'm not one of them. I'm not a politician. I'm not a part of the establishment. You can trust me. I'm just like you. I mean, I had a trust fund, and that's how I made all my money, was using my dad's money, but I'm just like you. We could have a beer together. He made it seem like Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton were these wealthy elites, and they had so much money, and how could they ever relate with you, the person that makes minimum wage? But now here comes Donald Trump sashaying around with a man who could use his money to end world hunger and then buy several continents and still have enough money left over to do some pretty heinous things. He's not going to do any of that. He just instead bought a seat next to the president so he could enhance his already large number of government contracts. So the optics aren't great. And there's already been plenty of polls that show that most people do not favor Elon Musk's new role next to Donald Trump, both on the left and on the right sides of things, which is again a big problem for Donald Trump because he needs the capital that this dude brings. But he's now having relatability problems to the very people he swore he wasn't a part of the establishment, but he's an incumbent, so now he is the establishment. Also not helping his cause, Trump's released tax plan that shows that everybody except for the millionaires are paying more in taxes. Look at this, tax hikes for everybody up to $360,000. So not only are your eggs and gas going to cost you more, so are your taxes. And you gotta figure that at some point these people are gonna catch on and say, wait a minute now. So the guy that financed your campaign and is telling us how to run our government, he's getting a tax break, but if I'm making minimum wage, I gotta pay more? I fear I have been duped. Or something like that. Your homework is to share as many stories and memes like this as possible that ask the question, is Donald Trump really in charge here? Because it seems like this guy really has all the authority. And then, just a matter of time before he absolutely self-destructs. Also, notice how JD Vance has been real quiet, yeah? That's for another episode of Real Villains of DC, Love is Blind, and Psychotic, Messy Republicans edition.